DomeBorn, Chapter 3, The Unfiltered. The hum comes first, low, patient, like a machine breathing. In the dark, scan lines flicker, and for a heartbeat, it's easy to believe there's nothing left beyond the dome. But then I remember why I'm here. If you're hearing this, it means the old network still works. Somehow, my signal slipped through. Somehow, the filters haven't shut me down yet. I'm Alex, 16, Dome 11, and this is my diary, days 4 through 6. Day 4, the signal. I didn't sleep. The message from K to 3 didn't vanish overnight. Someone actually answered. You're not alone. Meet by the old water pumps. No one's used the pumps for years. That's why I have to go. The service corridors are colder down here. Narrow. Quiet. I hid the recorder under my jacket. The filters in my ears buzzed, like the system knew I'd stepped off the approved route. I covered it with a cough and kept walking. Down here, the noise swallows a scream before it even starts. Rust flakes under my boots. Condensation drips from the pipes. Slow. Steady. They say these pumps once saved the dome during the first flood alarms, but the budgets changed and the diagrams did too. Left behind, like they never mattered. I run my hand across a corroded gauge. My breath fogs in the cold air. K3, I whisper. If you're real, this is where you'd hide. Then, a ping at the edge of my vision. A shadow moves. Short hair, a worn backpack slung over one shoulder. Eyes watching me, careful but curious. Don't turn on any official channel, she says. Are you K3? Kaia, she answers. You posted the gall. Her voice is low, steady, careful. She moves like someone who spent a lifetime hiding. The backpack looks heavy, like it's full of pieces from another time. She kneels, unzips a small canvas pouch. Old batteries, a cracked cassette, a bent jack, cloth tape, a melted earbud. Relics, she says. Things the system can't optimize. For the first time since the crack, the room didn't feel empty anymore. Her hands trembled, like even she couldn't believe she was showing me this. Somewhere below, a drop falls into the sump. The sub-hum swells, a slow, living heartbeat. Day 5, the relics. We sit on the grated floor, backs against the pipes. The light hums above us, industrial and tired. How did you get the raw sound past your lenses? She asks. I learned to trick the chip, I say, slip past the lenses. Not always. Often enough I don't tell her who taught me. Not yet. She nods. I call it slipping. Mine started on its own after the blackout last winter. A blackout, a reboot they called routine maintenance. But to her it changed the rules. I pull the recorder from my jacket. Click. The wheel spins. Tape hiss blooms. The gull screams, raw, jagged, alive. Wind buffets the mic. Kaia's eyes brighten. That edge, she whispers. Chips can't fake that. She heard it the way I did. Not smooth, not safe. Alive. Keep taping, she says quickly. Not just birds. Pipes. Wind. Anything the dome can't flatten. A map flickers to life between us. Hand-drawn, patched together. K3, K7. Dotted corridors. Dead zones. Where the fracture spreads, Kaia says, filters slip. Drones avoid dead signal pockets, no telemetry, no logs. Then we move when the logs go blind, I tell her. She grins. Exactly. I place the recorder in her hands. Take the goal, copy it, hide it where the net can't sanitize. She nods, closing her fingers around it. Treasure, she says softly. For a second, the pumps sound like a heartbeat. Day 6, the Unfiltered. Kaia says there are more of us, scattered across sectors. They call themselves the Unfiltered. She shows me fragments, spectrograms, handles, half-second pings. Hush, K3. Thrum, J2. Gray line, L9. Wind through a broken seal, a drip echoing for 6 seconds. Something that might be wings. We're not a group, she murmurs. We're a seam. Seams hold things together, I tell her, or split them apart. We walk in silence, the service tunnel breathing around us. Out at the dome's edge, dusk bleeds into night. A hairline crack glints under the emergency lights. Sealed, but leaking tiny beads. The fracture isn't just a crack. It's a path. Where it spreads, rules thin out. Noise bleeds. Filters fail. For a second, you hear the world unmasked. Feel that? Kaia whispers. A gap. If we time the pass right, the dome won't rewrite the tape. Then we don't bring perfection, I say. We bring proof. Back at the workbench, our kit waits. Cloth tape, wax paper, graphite pencil, old cells, patched earbuds, a label marked Night Run 01. No grid power, she says. Analog where we can. If you must use a lens, keep it blind. No cloud sync. I'll log by hand, I tell her. Sound first. Then air, then light. For the first time, the diary doesn't feel like mine alone. She spreads a rough map across the wall. Past the last beacon, an arc marked Beyond Lights, and a blank zone labeled Drone Rare. Window opens at 3:17, she says. 3 minutes of blind. Then it closes. If the dome's breaking, I say, maybe that's not the end after all. She looks up. Maybe it's the beginning. Later, night before the run, I sit in a small room, the recorder glowing red on the table. I write one last note. Unfiltered, 01. Tomorrow we go further, I say. Past the lights. Where the drones almost never fly. I look into the lens. If I don't come back on time, archive this. If this is the last entry, let it be the one they can't erase. Play it loud. Don't let them smooth it. I press record. Tape hiss rises. Alive. Imperfect. Real.
Born under the dome. Made to break free.